Hi, David and Reed. It's Sebastian here, and I'm on slides.com creating web based presentations with 3D. I thought you guys may find this pretty interesting. I made a original video, just me running through it from scratch without knowing anything about slides.com, but it was a bit long, so I just want to have something a little bit prepared ahead of time. I'll just show you the end result and then we'll kind of go back and show you how I did it. So this is the end result where you could see a web-based presentation. Here's a Swiss Army knife and you can see that this can open. You could rotate it around. It can close. You could see the annotations. If you close them, you could change the color and you could have a different color of a product. You could open it and close it. Here you could go to a different slide. And here you have a Venetian mask, as you can see. And you could rotate it. Here you could change the color, make it yellow, make it red. It's a little bit low resolution. Maybe we could fix that, I guess. But you could change the color of the mask. And change the texture of the mask as well. Here another slide at the bottom is just an image of an elephant, just to show you that you could also have images, not just 3D. You could also embed videos as well. And here's something which is also interesting, which is I wasn't sure what to call it, but this is like a grinder. I call it clipping planes because you could actually see inside the 3D model by moving part of it and like looking inside, which is also cool. You can move this with your mouse. So these are web-based presentations that mix in 3D, and they're set up in a way to have slides, which you could find pretty interesting. There's also, you could also move not only left and right but up and down, and this is a 3D quiz, as you can see here. So if I start the quiz, you could select different parts of the rock. So if I select the crust, I can hit submit, inner core, upper mantle, outer core, lower mantle, and I get 100%, as you can see down here. But if I restart it, and if I know this is the crust, but I'm just going to select the upper mantle, inner core, upper mantle, outer core, but I know this is the outer core, but I'm going to select the lower mantle and then the lower mantle. So I get 5 questions and I got 2 wrong, so I should get 60%, right? Yeah, so I get 60%. So it's an actual live interactive 3D quiz. So we're going to break down how this works. Now, if you edit this, resume editing, these are essentially iframes that you can see here. Now, what an iframe is essentially taking in another website or parts of another website and embedding it, whether it's a video or whether you're embedding an actual website or a little demo here that you can see, which is web-based content, interactive content. You could embed certain interactivity from an existing published site into your presentation. And traditionally, embed codes or iframes were used for embedding videos, but you could also embed interactive 3D presentations. And what's interesting is, I know, Reed, you're a little bit concerned about the security behind this, but if it's over HTTPS and you're dictating what is going to be the iframe yourself and you're the one presenting this, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I know even slides.com were a little bit concerned with iframes because really you have potential access to things over the internet and like you're embedding content over the internet, so it could potentially lead to some problems. But generally, I think it should be fine. You could also add images as well. And what's also really nice about this type of presentation that you could see, you could also change the styling. So at a click of a button, you can make it, let's say, make it dark. So let's say if I save that, now you could have a really kind of dark presentation, which is quite nice. Just to like click the different buttons, and I do find this pretty cool. Like you could create a very interesting presentation just with a few clicks, and now you have a dark presentation. You have orange arrows, which is nice. Kind of going with a blue theme here, you know. And here's the elephant, and then here's the Earth, as you can see. And if we go back, here is also the meat grinder. I think it's a meat grinder. And you could see through it as well. Now, if you go back here to the resume editing, this is all editable text, so you can adjust the text size, as you can see. And undoing it works as well. So I have it set to 60% here. You could adjust the line height as well. And you could adjust the letter spacing if you wanted to. Text color, you could also adjust. Background color, you can blur it. You could add shadows, borders, links, animation. I'm not sure how the animation works, but maybe you could animate the text coming in or that sort of thing if you wanted to. Now, how do you export this? So, like, basically, you could preview it. Now, with exporting, or you could, let's just look at sharing. So, with sharing, you could copy the link. So, you could actually share this as a link where people can click on it. And you could even link to a current slide. So, you could, like, look at one particular, you could direct people to a particular slide by sharing the link. You could embed it. So this whole thing could be embedded as an iframe. So you could put this on a website if you wanted to. So I'm actually embedding iframes within an HTML-based presentation. And then you could also use another iframe to embed this within a website. Pretty neat stuff. Style, dark, light. And then you could also email it as well if you wanted to. Now with a paid account, because I'm on a free account, but if you look at exporting, you could download the HTML, which is nice, because this is web-based code, so you could download the code, which is nice. And if you want, you could zip this up and have it as a PDF, but that requires a paid plan, which I'm on a free account, but apparently you could export this as a PDF, which is also very nice, and then use it within a PowerPoint presentation. So you could do that too. Very nice. So let's say we go present, right? Wow, so it even present. I didn't know this. So you could even present like in 3D like this. So let's see how this works. Present live. I've never done this before. So add speaker view. Let's see, copy link, yada yada, full screen. Okay, it'll go full screen. Show cursor. Yeah, sure, we could do that. And we start presenting. Okay, so this would be like a live presentation that you're actually doing. So if you were to present this, David, like as a presentation, you could present it live. You could open it, close it, hide the annotations, add the color of the knife here, and then you go down here. You go to a different presentation. Now you could also change that preview of now this is fairly low resolution, but you could change that preview of the opening preview. It doesn't have to show Verge 3D, so if you wanted to brand it a little bit, you could. Let's see another example here. We have the elephant, so you could add just regular images and so on. Clipping planes, so you have this sort of thing, and you could look at inside the 3D meat grinder and so on, and look at that. And of course, you could go up, not only up and down, but you could go left and right. So here's another example of the quiz of the Earth. So you could actually start the quiz and then like do even like little quizzes. So if you want to quiz the audience about like what they know from like your presentation, you could do even like 3D quiz presentations, which is kind of cool. You can quiz the audience and just kind of, really engage people that way, if you wanted to. I'll just go through it here. Lower mantle. Oh, actually, sometimes that happens. Unfortunately, I was hoping it wouldn't happen. Where Let's see if this works. Yeah, so we get 100%. So like the way I did it, sometimes it doesn't, if you do it too quickly, it doesn't register the answers. So you have to take a little bit of time when you're, you know, clicking on the right answers. But when you take your time, it'll register the answers, and then it'll give you a score in the end. Because if you go too quickly, it may not do that. And yeah, so like here you have the Earth quiz, you have the text. This Earth quiz is a little bit high. So if I just, how would I go back? Okay, you could even have like, so let's see here. Oh wow, you could even draw on this. Look at this. You could even draw on this. This is pretty neat. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. You have annotations, which is nice. Back to menu. Open deck, edit deck, and of course, if you wanted to just like bring this down a little bit. Let's see, present. Where's present? Oh, right here. I kind of like that. Yeah, so you could present it. Like what's also neat is like if you wanted to add like, let's say a green, you wanted to address certain things, you could do that within the presentation because you could actually draw on this canvas, which is nice. Clear all annotations. Okay, so let's go back to menu, and I like that it has this type of 3D effect, which is quite nice. You could what is speaker view? Control panel for your where you can see. I'm not sure what speaker view is, but we'll see how that works. I'm not sure what this is all about. Maybe you could actually record a presentation and just play it where you don't have to necessarily have to present it from scratch. Like maybe you could set a time limit or record your presentations. I'm not really sure what this is all about. Interesting. Okay, well, how would I go back here? Edit. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe it could be quite useful in the different avenues of presenting online, or just even like live at an event, or whether you need to do it on Zoom or whether you want to showcase a web-based presentation. But this is quite interesting, and you could embed 3D graphics. So I hope you enjoyed, and cheers.